And there it is. Okay. Yeah, this is why. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. I was having some issues with my NVIDIA broadcast software. They did a good update recently. The software updated. There's a new version of it, but it's crashing every time I try to set up my camera there. So, yeah, that's been causing issues with my audio. So that means you get the unfiltered audio from my microphone, which is probably not great because I'm doing some shit here. So I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so today I had quite a few things that I want to accomplish, and I only have like a couple of hours to do so. So yeah. More realistic. That is true. That is true. I don't mind realistic. So today I'll be probably going through. I want to showcase these new AI Armor graphene sleeves. AI Armor was kind enough to take me as a reviewer, so they did pay for these sleeves. I ordered them from Amazon. However, they asked for my honest review. So what I'll do, we're going to unbox it and open it and see how they feel, how they look. And later on, I'll probably just sleeve them up. Maybe I'll grab one of my pre-con decks and sleeve this up and see how they feel. Hopefully they're nice. Another review I want to make is about this. Let me see I hope you can see that. Heavy, there it is. I hope so. Heavy play, deck box, sleeves, and dice box. I've been using this for a month, and I want to share my thoughts about it. I want to share with you images of how they look, how the deck fits, the dice as well, the dice box, and most importantly, the sleeves, which are honestly, I mean, I still have to review these, but we'll see how they compare. But heavy play, I'm liking those. So hopefully you get my review positively. And if you like that review, then you can buy those. Anyway, what else are we doing today? Upgrades to both the Revi deck and my Blue Farm deck, which is right here. So yeah, Blue Farm there. I'll be going to there's going to be a couple of small tournaments here locally. One is going to be from one of my social play groups, and we play CDH pretty much weekly. And we're having a tournament, and then that tournament will, if top 4 will earn an entry to a bigger tournament from one of the LGSs where a lot more people are coming in from different parts of the country. And that one will be for $500 in singles from Star City Games. So very small price. I don't expect too much of, how do you say, hype about it, but it's something nice. It's what I have here locally, so that's we're going to have to go with that. And yeah, and finally, we do have the time, which I doubt. I probably won't have the time. We're gonna go through scanning the Mystery Booster 2 cards that I opened yesterday on stream as well. And yeah, I want to scan them using... Oh, I got this pretty sweet thing. I don't know where I put it. 1 second. Oh, it's right here. It's right next to me. So I got this really nice kind of like scanning tower. scan stand. So it's one of those things that you let me pull this back a little bit. You how do I set it up? Oh, here you do it like that, and then you put it here. Oh, sorry about the noise. And there, so the cards go right here. You slide them through this little this kind of a slant entry, and then you put your phone on top, and then you start scanning. So yeah, I want to see how fast we can go with that, and then we can get a value of these cards and see if we can sell them online. So yeah, I got these online from a TikTok shop. There are other stands that can help you scan things, but this was the cheapest. This was like $19. Others are like $30. And honestly, like paying $30 for a 3D printed stand, I mean, they're cool, but it didn't seem like worth it for me. So this was 19, and it will serve the purpose. So hopefully that works out. So yeah, let's switch views and see what we can start working with. So yeah, we can do this one and this one. Okay. So so yeah, the sleeves. Like I said, AI armor, graphene, AI armor. They posted. So this is how I got about how I found them. So they had a story, and one of the stories said, "Hey, would you like to review our products? Let us know." I sent them a message, and right away they replied to me and said, "Hey, this is how we do it." So basically, I bought them on Amazon, got them here real quick, and they had different versions and colors. We can go later on the Amazon store and see what they have, but they had different colors. They had green. I think they had one for each of the colors in Magic. And yeah, pretty awesome team. And I saw a lot of their posts from being at MagicCon Chicago. They seem to be pretty cool. Their tagline is from gamers for gamers, or something like that. Yeah, yeah, from gamers for gamers. And yeah, pretty good. The description here says graphene is the thinnest, strongest, and lightest material on planet Earth. Okay. AI armor graphene sleeves feature a textured back for exceptional shuffling, clear film technology for scratch-resistant play, matte front for anti-glare viewing, and seams that are the strongest in the industry. These combined features provide unmatched performance and durability for long-lasting play. So, yeah, boxing is pretty nice, pretty neat. This is nothing, just for you to be able to hang them. Okay, so boxing is nice. The description on this product is AI Armor Graphene Series, matte TCG art sleeves. So, yeah, let's open them. The design looks pretty cool. So let's get one out. Okay, so the art, I'm not sure who the art is from. Because they're called AI Armor. Would it be safe to assume this is AI generated? Maybe. I don't know. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong there. But yeah, so the art is not really all the way to the edges. If you can see, there's like a white border thing. So it's kind of like framed in a black frame, and then it fades out into the white. So yeah, let me see, get it closer. So that's how that looks. The bottom part is, it has kind of like the thickest white bordering, but the feeling is nice. I mean, it feels like old dragon shields not as rough, a little bit smoother, but you can definitely sense the texture. I have to say, it's not textured to the drawing, so it's not like I feel the ridges of the water or the trees. It's just entirely just a little bit textured, just like anti-slippery thing. And then the front, well, it's backing. The back is black, which is nice, and then the plastic cover, it's matte. So let's try. Okay, let's see how this card looks in it. This is like just single sleeved, so looks good enough. One thing I didn't like about the matte finish on Dragon Shields is that after, I mean, on camera at least, they didn't look as clear or neat as the regular non-matte cards, but these look pretty close. This is non-matte, this is the matte one. So, so yeah, it does minimize a little bit of the glare, but let me put them at the same angle. I mean, depending on your lighting conditions, glare will still happen. This one just diffuses a little bit more. You don't get as many details in the reflection, but I mean, if you have glare, you have glare, and even if it's matte material, it's gonna show. By the way, a quick trick on how to deal with glare on camera is this. If you have no way of getting rid of glare, you just grab one of your dies. Yeah. You just grab one of these, put it underneath, and then if you put it like to make the card look just a little bit lifted, then that gets rid of your glare. So let me see if I have, I don't have a way to replicate glare at the moment. So there, for example, there's glare coming from that angle, but yeah, if you have a dice underneath, then you can send the glare reflection in a different angle, and then that's yeah, you don't have to do that. I understand these angles and stuff. Yeah, okay, so yeah, there you go. So yeah, glare, I mean, matte finish seems to be fine enough. The size wise, let me compare to these are what are these? Katanas, Ultimate Guard Katanas. So size-wise against Katanas, they're a little bit larger or taller, I should say. Wide angles, I mean, wide-wise is the same, but just a little bit taller. Probably like 1 millimeter or 2 at the most. But katanas are shorter sleeves to begin with against Dragon Shields and others. So if you use Dragon Shields, you may have the exact same experience in the sense of size filling. So yeah, so far they look really, really good. Corner edges, they're pretty sharp, which is, I mean, that's what they have to do. And let me see this. I mean, the way they cut here, it's not clean. They probably use some sort of heated source to cut this, or to seal them. I'm not sure, but only time will tell. I mean, I don't want to mess up with this. I want to use them properly and make sure that I shuffle the way I normally would shuffle any deck and see how they do. So yeah, so far they look pretty neat. I like the design. I wish the art would go all the way to the edges. The white border, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just aesthetically for me. I would expect a full art sleeve to go all the way to the edges, right? But it's not gonna be a deal breaker for me. If they're good, they're good, and I'll use them regardless. So it comes in 2 packs of 50 sleeves each. I hope. I haven't counted them. I do hope that they bring at least 1 or 2 extra sleeves. Sometimes Dragon Shield used to do that. They would give you 101 or 102 sleeves, just for the sake of in case one is damaged or you break it. I haven't tried Dragon Shields in a while. Stopped liking them, but I hope they do. It's just a nice add-on for anybody who buys sleeves. So okay, so this was it. This is the AI Armor Graphene, toughest sleeves on Earth. So we'll see about that. The next one I want to show and give my honest review on is the Heavy Play sleeves. So I've been using this for a month already. Heavy Play, I think I have the box here still. I don't, but let me show you the other one. So Heavy Play logo is this one. This is the box for my deck box, which I'll show in a minute. Oh. There it is. So let's see how they look. So first and foremost, the main difference and the key thing about them against any other sleeve brand is the rounded corners at the bottom. I hope they're visible enough. But yeah, this rounded corner here makes it, I don't know, 50% easier and better to shuffle. This being not sharp corner, it means it's not catching up as much on your playmat. Me, for example, I love the playmats that are stitched on the edges. And I hate it when my Dragon Shields would catch on the stitch because it just starts to fray and then it just looks awful. This rounded corner here, it's a game changer. I think this is something that all other brands should start doing now or pretty soon, because I share them or I show them to players in my my LGS, and they all loved it and they want to order more from them. So I mean that on itself, it's good marketing, I think. Also, let me pull this one out. The backing is black on the inside, so it's nice. It just frames any card that is probably not fitting exactly right. It just gives a nice black frame, so that's nice. Construction wise, one thing I didn't like very much is how can I show this? You know how after a while the top part of sleeves start to, like kind of like crippling a little bit. These viewers, let me ban this thing here. Who's this? Okay. So after a while, sleeves start to just cripple a little bit at the top. I guess it's the wear, normal wear on any kind of sleeves. This is my Blue Farm deck sleeves, which are the katana ones, and you can see very clearly how the top of the sleeves start to like just wear, and that happens with all sleeves. However, with these ones, what I noticed is that brand new, they were already like this. So makes me think, does it make it so that you don't notice the wear as you use them more and more, and then it's just like that already? I think the main issue with this being here right away is that to me it's just very minor details, but if you have them in a deck box and you have them sitting like this, or if you are playing too much with the same deck, they start to catch a lot of dust through the gaps that the ripples start to cause. I don't know if you can tell there, but yeah, it's not entirely closing. So if you're playing a lot with these sleeves, eventually you start to get a lot of dust and yuck inside of your sleeve and on your cards, which it's a great segue for the next thing to review, which is the inner sleeves. So Heavy Play also offers the inner sleeves, which will also come with the bottom rounded corners, and that's pretty neat. They're pretty good. I mean, they're just inner sleeves. You put them from the bottom, and then the bottom part is already rounded, which will match the shape of their regular exterior sleeves. So all in all, I think this is good. I don't know why the edge, the top edge of the sleeve looks like has been used already. It's not that it was, it just, I don't know, construction, fabrication process. Anyway, I'm loving this. The back, it's textured. They feel, let me compare with the new ones here, because they may feel pretty much the same. The texture feels way better here. I mean, I feel like the grip is better on the back of this one than on this one. This one is not entirely smooth, but it's smoother than a Heavy Plays. So there's a comparison there. What else? Shuffling wise, because of the rounded corner, it's easier to put them in between other cards. And if you shuffle the way I do, the corners, they just slide through very, very easily. There's no issue here. With the sharp corners, let me get this away. If you have the unfortunate situation where one of the corners is already bent because of whatever, like, I don't know if you can tell, but here you can see there's like a bent corner on one of my sleeves. So what happens is that if I try to like shuffle and then put this through, it will go through, but eventually that corner will not allow to go like one-on-one in the shuffling process. So, and if you get enough of those corners in your sleeves damaged or bent, then the shuffling process is just a pain. So yeah, I would, right now, I definitely would recommend the Heavy Play sleeves. Price-wise, I mean, they're $15. 15. I think that's the cheapest you can find on other brands. And I probably will be getting a ton of these because I don't want to wait till they go up in price. They're definitely worth it. And even if you just want to try them, this is definitely something you want to try in terms of sleeves. So yeah, that's a sleeves situation here. These sleeves, I'm using them for my Derevi deck, which is what I've been playing the most lately. So there. Next up, we're gonna review the deck box. Heavy Play deck box. Here, I got the box here. So it's an Equip Max system. This is the RFG deck box Max 100 DS. I presume it means double sleeved. The color is Noble Purple. The Equip Max system means that it's compatible with other Heavy Play magnetic systems, other boxes, so you can put together, if you have two boxes, they have magnets on the back. Here, I think it's the only place, I'm not sure. But yeah, you can pretty much put two deck boxes together and they're gonna stick with the magnets together. So that's pretty neat. They also stick to the dice box, which is right here, and their specialty Heavy Play playmat, which I haven't tried. I don't think I'm gonna try it, honestly. I don't need another playmat in my collection. So yeah, this is described as holds 100 double sleeved cards, 120 single sleeved cards, scratch resistant window, showcase your deck bottom magnetic closure, superior closure strength, polycarbonate chassis, unibody construction, welded vegan leather cover. I think this is what makes it max, the vegan leather cover. Durable and timeless full microfiber lining, which is nice to have. Soft and smooth cover, docks open, magnetically connects Equipmax system, modular docking magnets. So yeah, let's take a look at what it means. So this is the window. So basically, if you have your deck in it, which I'm gonna put in right away. So this is my 100 sleeves, my 100 double sleeved the Revit deck. So you put it in. I gotta say, oh, it's pretty tight. If I push this in a little bit, there's room probably for 3 or 4 unsleeved cards. So it's pretty tight, and then the Revit card goes right there. It's kind of hard to get all the way through because obviously at the bottom, there's no way to push in to give room to the to more cards. So yeah, it's pretty snug. I wish it were somewhat, probably 4 to 5 millimeters, a little bit longer, so that it would fit a few token cards or just a few more, sleeves. I like to carry extra sleeves in case I need for a card that I buy, or maybe one of my sleeves, I break it, so then I have extra sleeves. But there's really no more room here. It's your 100 sleeved, double sleeved cards, and that's it. So my thoughts were, you see how the deck box goes. Hey, Grizzly, what's up? Just reviewing the deck box here. So the deck limit goes all the way here. Let me grab a pen here, or this one. So it goes all the way here, and then there's this kind of like bezel here, or edge, that sticks out probably 2.5 millimeters there, which is what keeps the ceiling's cover in. But I think that, they could spare probably enough space for us to be able to sneak in a couple more cards, or 3 more cards, in case you want to carry your tokens or extra sleeves. Finish inside is this microfiber. It's really hard to tell on camera, but it's really soft. It's smooth. It will get marked if you use like something sharp. So just be aware of that. And I believe that's what makes this the max feature. There's another deck box that is not a max one, and I think it's just clear plastic. Just plastic, not clear plastic, sorry. So yeah, it doesn't have this finish. The finish goes all the way through here, so kind of hard to show. But yeah, you can see in the inside, you have that kind of like finish, very soft. So yeah, I like it. It's just one of those premium things. Oh, for example, here probably you can see how the sleeves are already kind of like marking the inside of the deck box here. So one thing to consider, eventually the gray will look a little bit kind of like gray white finish the more you use it, but that's fine. So one of the unique things about this is that you can, I think it goes like this. You can, how was this supposed to go? I forgot. Oh, I think there. So yeah, you can set it the cover like this, and then you can it sits kind of like at an angle, and then you are supposed to be able to just draw cards from your deck box, which is neat. It's nice if you have a setup that would be aided by you being able to draw cards from your deck box like that, then go for it. It's just one. I'm willing to bet it's like a nice accidental feature that they came up with, and it's helpful. So yeah, as you close it, So this kind of like flap, it's glued all the way from here, and it's glued all the way to the bottom of the deck box, where there's also a wide magnet here to hold it together. And then as you close it, you get the window to see your commander, which is nice, neat. The brand, and then here at the bottom, this is where it closes, and then it's, I mean, you can probably hear it just sticks there, and then it goes really nowhere. It requires a little bit of strength to pull it open, so that's nice to have. The little window here is also really nice to see. I don't mind that. It looks pretty cool. If you have it sitting there, it's pretty neat. And then the finish on this flap and on the sides of the box, these are the vegan leather kind of like finish that they added. Again, I think that the regular boxes will not have this finish. It's just going to be regular plastic. But I think the magnets will be there. So don't quote me on that. I haven't bought any of the other regular or basic boxes. I just got this one to try and test, and it has been pretty neat. I've liked it. People at the LGS have liked it as well. What stumbles people is when I tell them the price. The cost of this deck box is $50. At least when I got it. I got it on a discount. They had the purple discount last month, and I got a 10% discount on it, but still $45 for that deck box might be a little bit steep for most players. And yeah, this is definitely not sponsored or paid for by Heavy Play. I just got it on my own money. So yeah, I don't think I'll be buying too many of these. Again, price-wise, it's a little bit too much for what I would regularly pay for a deck box. So yeah, and now let me put it here on the side, and then we can check on the dice box. So this is the dice box. Let me take this dice away. So it's pretty much the same construction. It's hard plastic on the outside. This nice felted filling on the inside. How did they call it? Let me see. Bottom and his superior close strength, polycarbonate chases, anybody construction, welded vegan leather, full microfiber lining. So this is microfiber in the inside. It's got the logo in there. From taking a closer look at this, I feel like the microfiber lining may come apart eventually. You can see a little bit of the gluing inside, which I mean, not a deal breaker, but I'm afraid that eventually this lining will come off. I hope it doesn't. I hope it stays there for a very long time. So now, I don't know. You can tell. Yes, you can tell. There are 4 magnets in here, inside, like built into the plastic. So that's really nice to have, because the box, or yeah, the cover for the box, it just slides in for each whichever side. So you can just slide it, and the magnets will help you. Let me see. Just close by itself. So you don't have to like worry about it. And the magnets will keep the drawer inside. And then you just push it a little bit like that. Oh, it's coming back. But yeah, it just opens up a little bit, and then it stays there. It doesn't go all the way out without you actually pulling it yourself. So that's a nice thing to do. I forgot how many dice they say they fit, but they fit a regular D20 life counter. I have my full D&D dice set here, so they fit nice. I have another D20. Then I have 6 to 8 small D6s here. and there's still room for stuff here. So, but I don't like having it like totally full because let me turn on this light because yeah, I want to be able to grab them easily. And then you close it like that, and then it stays. You would need to like really shake it for it to come open. And then finally, with the heavy play deck box, you can put them like that side by side, and then they stick together. You don't have to worry about this falling apart. So yeah, that's pretty neat, a nice feature. I haven't seen this with any other deck boxes. I mean, you have the Ultra Pro like towers where you have the drawers come from like underneath, but those are a little bit too bulky for me. You have to open the whole kind of like panel on those towers to be able to like take the dice tray from them. And this is just really nice. Once you take your deck out of the box, you can sit it on its side, and then you can have your box there. Also, if you put the whole tray on top of it, this is also magnetic. So this is how it looks when they're all like on top of each other. And then this won't fall. Well, the top one will. But yeah, it stays there pretty neat, pretty consistently. So this is how I use it pretty much. I take my deck out of the deck box, then I put it on the side, and then I just pull the dice I need and then put it back there. It's a nice drawer system, so that's how I use it. People may use it differently, but yeah, this is the heavy play deck box, dice box, and sleeves. I'm liking this product. I would recommend it if people want to spend the money on this kind of I would say it's a premium product, and yeah, I think people will enjoy it. It has a really good feeling, quality feeling to it. Let's just see how long it lasts. It's been with me a month, so let's call it probably December 2024. We'll see by the end of this year how it looks. I kind of feel like it's gonna last long enough for me to be happy with it for even a longer time. So yeah, this was it. This was the review on this couple of products. And yeah, if you don't mind me, I would like to go ahead and take a quick break just to eat a little something, and then we'll be back with making some changes to the Revy list. I found a few cards that I wanted to try. These are the 3 cards, but I'm gonna need help in determining what to take out of the of the deck. And then yeah, we can try. I don't think we'll have time to do a full deck sleeving on the new sleeves, so we'll probably have to leave that for later. But in the meantime, yeah, I wanted to do the upgrades on my list and see what you all think about those. So yeah, in the meantime, thank you all for the time. I'll be right back.
beats is gonna be there for him, you know what I'm saying? Like a beat is not sold until the check clears. Period.
Hey, hello, everybody again. Thank you so much for waiting on me. Yeah, I ate as fast as I could, but probably wasn't fast enough. I hope people that may have to leave come back at some point. But yeah, let's go on and work on. Oops. Deck updating. So let me move this aside, put this here. Okay, so let me go through the deck real quick so people can see what we're dealing with. Okay, so let's try that feature again one more time, and maybe I start to like it. I don't know. Let's see. How does this go? How do we make it stay? No, not like that. Like that, maybe. Could be like that. Oh, let me switch the view here. There it is. Okay. So, how do I make it stay down? Maybe I need to put this here. Okay. No, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna bother right now. Okay. So, let's break this down. So we have the Revi, Imperial Tactician, amazing 3 cost, 3 CMC cost, 3 mana value cost. CMC is no longer a thing. So green, white, and blue. It's a 2/3 bird wizard flying. When the Revi Imperial Tactician enters, and whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may tap or untap target permanent. Target permanent. That's insane. When it enters, I get to tap your lands, or I get to untap my lands, or anything. Any permanent. That is crazy. Funny enough, it's not the craziest part, because it has this ability at the bottom, which reads, pay 1, and I think this is Naya, green, white, and blue. Put the Revi onto the battlefield from the command zone. Period. I mean, it's an ability you can play at any point. People always is asking me, can you do it at instant speed? Yes, I can do it on your end step. I can do it in response to attacks. I can do it anytime. I don't have to pay anything extra. There's no commander tax on the Revi. Not commander tax. You can cast it for 3 once, and then all the next castings of the Revi can be using its ability. Oh, but what if there's I don't know, what's this Curse Totem in play? Well, it's funny because the Revi is not on the battlefield when you activate its ability. It's in the command zone. So Curse Totem does not see the Revi when you activate its ability. So you can just, even with Curse Totem, you can put it from the command zone in play. That is what I love about this deck. I think other than this, the only other one that cheat stacks is Yuriko, right? Because you just pay ninjutsu and you put the Yuriko in play. However, this can be done at instant speed. Yuriko depends on you getting no blockers for your existing creatures, and it has to be on a combat step or combat phase. So yeah, I think the Revi trumps Yuriko for a mile. So that's what I like about the Revi, and we're gonna see if we can make it work even better. So let's go through the cards, and then I'm gonna make piles here to keep them separate, and then go back to why certain cards are here. So we got counter magic, we have silence effects, tutoring effects, counter magic, ramp, crop rotation, because this deck benefits greatly if you have creatures and Gaia's Cradle in play. So definitely something you want to have in mind. This is definitely a staple for the deck. Ramp, obviously the lands, card draw engines, always nice to have. Ramp again, search at instant speed. Court of Calling is one of the best. The key thing with these search engines that we have here is that they are to put cards onto the battlefield right away. Court of Calling, you search for a creature, goes into the battlefield. Crop rotation, you search for a land, goes into the battlefield right away. So very, very efficient. Faeboro Elder, it can combo off with the Revi real quick if you have the right amount of colors on the battlefield. So Sol Ring for ramping, Lotus Petal, of course, land, Thassa's Oracle, definitely one of the win conditions here. I did not have it up until last week. I didn't have Thassa's Oracle. I thought it wasn't necessary, but then I ran into the situation of trying to win with infinite mana and Walking Ballista. And I forgot one of the players had just played a One Ring, so I couldn't ping that player to death. And even though you can do it, or I could have done it during his upkeep, the problem I had was that it was a time restricted game, so I had already run out of time. If I didn't win in my turn, I would lose right away. So I didn't have a way to win just going around the One Ring protection. So I decided I might as well add this. It's just a nice win condition to have as a backup. Neoform, again, one of those search engines that puts the creature into play right away. Captain Cisse, this is a search that goes to hand. However, this reads search your library for a legendary card. And we have a whole lot of legendaries. This can also find you, I think, which one? Mox Opal. It's a legendary artifact. This can find you Gaia's Cradle as well. And yeah, pretty much any legendary creature, which I have quite a bit of in this deck. Eaten by Piranhas. This is a proxy test card. The reason I added this and other effects just like this one is because of Hashaton and other creatures that activate stuff. Thank you, Grizzly. I mean, I'm not entirely off of Team Necrom, to be honest. I will be using Team Necrom for my tournament. As much as I also like the Revi and how crazy good it is, it's still not there to do like a full-on tournament competition, I think. It does lack the tutors in black. And while I can just add a lot of card draw engines, people can just get me with tutoring a couple of times in black spells early on the game. So yeah, but no, I'm loving it. I'm liking it, and that's why I'm working so much on this deck, because I want to make it so that it's both proactive and responsive to threats by players that are on black. So Eaten by Piranhas, it's flash, which I love. And then I can just enchant a Hashaton. I can enchant a Tivit, a Magda, a Kinnan, and just strip them from their abilities, no longer searching. I can flash into stop a Thrasius infinite activations. So I like it. It's 2 mana, it's flash, and it's just I think it's a great addition. I haven't really played it yet, so I'm hoping it's gonna live up to my expectations. Emil the Blessed, obviously, it's one of the combo pieces to go with the Revi. You have something that generates more than 3 mana to activate it. I can just go off with the Revi. Spellseeker, this is basically to help me find any of my tutors from the deck. Which again, because I don't have black, it's not easy for me to get the cards that I need. So Spellseeker is a nice tutor to have here. My basic island, Amphibian Downpour is right here. I got it right here. I just added it last week. It's right here. Oh my gosh. I was able to enchant with that one 3 creatures last week. It was an amazing feeling. I didn't win, but it was nice to stop 3 things on the battlefield just with that. Basic island, because of the whatever Boseiju and Path to Exile, you do need a basic island, or a basic land at least. Finale of Devastation, or one of the ways of winning with this deck. Let's see, Flooded Strand, Savannah Lands, Fire Action Metamorph, Cloning. The Cloning Fest is still pretty much going. Being able to copy one ring from another player and then go off with the Revi, it's just great. So yeah, pretty good. Land, Swords to Plowshares. Evidently, Veil of Summer, you always need some protection either for your spells or even the permanents that you have in play. So this has saved my Derevi and my Emil quite a few times already. Blind Obedience, one of the few stacks pieces that I have in this deck, and it basically means that it gives me a little bit of time. It helps me stop some of the turbo decks there going on. So I'm liking it. Bella Vinci 01. By the way, which game do you stream the most? I don't know, Bella Vinci, if I believe you are a real person. Are you a real person? I'm gonna wait for a moment to interact a little bit more. So the other thing this helps with in terms of win conditions is that I forgot if I still have my... Yeah. So I run the other card called the Helix something. I forgot. It's something that helps you bounce things to your hand. So if I bounce a 0 mana rock and then I cast this and then I have enough... If I have infinite mana, I can extort my opponents by casting 0 mana rocks that I bounce myself with that. Retraction Helix is the name. So backup win condition there. Swan Song for interaction. Valley Float Color giving us instant speed reactions. This is a creature. This is a creature. This goes here. Felidar Guardian. It's good on its own to blink. You could blink your One Ring, for example. However, I use it in combination with Preston, the Vanisher, the Hare or the Rabbit card. It's a really nice combo with that one. It's just infinite Felidar Guardians and infinite untapping things or blinking things. So I can just blink all my lands and then float a whole lot of mana with those 2 cards. So that's this is definitely a staple for this deck, in my opinion. There you go. Amphibian Downpour, Flash, Storm, Enchanted Creature. Enchanted Creature loses all abilities and is a blue frog creature with base power 1/1. So, yes, like I said, Flash is something that you want to have with this deck. I used to have the blue Leyland here, but definitely decided to like switch off from that one because, I mean, other than in your opening hand, it was probably not the best card to have. Amphibian Downpour, 3 cost with Storm to potentially, I mean, disabling 1 key creature on one of your opponent's side. It's just great for 3 mana at flash speed. But with Storm, if you get to cast, or somebody casts 1 or 2 spells, then you get rid of 3 cards, 3 creature cards on the battlefield. And yeah, last week I was in a position to enchant, I think it was a Hashaton, a Keenan, and a Magda. all with this one card, and that felt just amazing. Darksteel Mutation, again, because of the Hashaton meta and the Keenans and the Tibets and all the creature-based meta that is going on around now, Darksteel Mutation is a really nice way of disabling those creature synergies, especially because it gives that creature indestructible, which means they cannot just block with it and then recast if it's their commander. So yeah, other than bouncing this to their hand or their creature to their hand, they're gonna be stuck with with an insect and a indestructible insect for a while. Limbala, Keeper of Silence, I cannot tell you enough good things about this one. Again, it's a legendary which is searchable with Sisei. But again, I disable opponent creatures' abilities. So it's not like Curse Totem that disables my own creatures. This one just shuts off every other creature on my opponent's side. It's a flyer, which is great for the Revi because I want evasion to be able to connect and then be able to untap stuff on my end or tap my opponent's stuff. But yeah, definitely something to... I thought too long about using it, and I've been using it for a month or so, and it's just amazing. It's just, yeah, I'm not taking it out anytime soon. Noxious Revival, a little bit of recursion, and also helps with any win attempts or breach lines. Just being able to remove something from a graveyard, it's also really, really valuable. Limbala is very underplayed in my opinion. I agree. And I wish I could tell more people that. People are scared because of the two white pips in there. So yeah, I mean, you never know. I hope people get more into that. Thrasios Trident Hero is just one of the infinite mana outlets that you can have. So yeah, that's the main reason why. Mental Mission for interaction, Tutor to be able to find either one of the enchantments that I have to disrupt players, the Wandering, it can artifacts. I mean, if I'm needing card draw, I can just get either the Wandering or Esper Sentinel. Yeah, very, very versatile instant here. Cyclonic Rift. We won't be shy on mana, so as a good Cyclonic Rift at appropriate time, it just can win you the game. Never, I would say this, I mean, you can use it with a single target, that's nice, but never overload a Cyclonic Rift if you're not about to win on your turn. Honestly, it's just, I mean, there's no rule about that, but it's just good etiquette. Why disrupt the game so much if you're not gonna do anything on your turn? I mean, I'm hoping you're casting this before your turn or when somebody else is trying to win right before your turn. But yeah, I mean, stopping somebody from winning, I think you can use the single target, but overloading a Cyclonic Rift, I don't know. It just feels bad when somebody Psych Rifts everything and then they just pass the turn. That doesn't sit right. Ranger for a silence effect and searching a 1 CMC creature. I mean, a 1 power or toughness creature. 1 CMC creature. Land, good old guy's Cradle. Land. Into the Floodmaw against bouncing those key pieces on the opponent's side that may be bothering you. It's nice to have it at instant speed. And if you want to get rid of not a creature but something else, you just give a fish to somebody else. That's all you need. Defabricate. I found this very versatile and it's good enough for me to play it. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell, which countering a Wandering, countering a Heuristic Study, it's never wrong. If you have the means and you have the mana to spare, I would say always do it. And then you exile it, which is great. They cannot go back and get it. And then also you counter target activated or triggered ability, which helps you stop Thassa's Oracle, Tivit, any Tayam. Oh, Tayam. Tayam is another reason why I have these cards in this deck. Delari Halfling, Hullbreaker Horror. Oh, this is one of the key pieces, along with Retraction Helix, with which you can abuse the extort. So bouncing something, casting it, and extorting people. So Hullbreaker Horror, I just added this back to the deck. Haven't been able to play it out. Hopefully it's not disappointing. Press on the Vanisher is another good. The review doesn't care about pips. Sometimes it does. Sometimes I've been stopped because I don't have enough white, which I try to fix already on my mana base construction. But yeah, I have a lot of white in here, and sometimes I'm missing a couple. Press on the Vanisher. This rabbit is just amazing. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it wasn't cast, that's the key part. If it wasn't cast, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 0/1 white illusion. So let's stop there. First of all, if I have this in play and I activate the Revi, I automatically create a copy of the Revi, which will help me untap something else. Now, but the key piece with this is the good old little cat, Felidar Guardian. So what will happen here, and if you allow me a little bit of deck teching, Felidar Guardian will enter specifically with one of my search or tutors that puts the creature right into the battlefield, so it's not going to be cast. But you can also blink it or something else. But yeah, you bring it back into the battlefield, not being cast. That's going to trigger Preston and Felidar. So you have one blink effect with the Felidar Guardian, and then you create a copy. So what do? You blink something else with the Felidar Guardian. You blink up your One Ring, your Gaia's Cradle, your land, your Mana Rock, whatever. And then the copy created by Preston, you use that ETB effect to blink your Felidar Guardian, the original one. So it's going to enter the battlefield again, it's not going to be cast, and then you create another copy. Basically, you can generate infinite amount of Felidar Guardians, infinite amount of blinking effects, thus allowing you to float as much mana as you need. And then you will have an infinite amount of white illusion tokens. Why is this relevant? Because the other ability on Preston is that you pay 2, well, a white and a colorless, sacrifice 5 illusions, and you can exile target non-land permanent. So if you're not on a winning position, but you have infinite amount of mana and white illusions, you just go ahead and exile all the battlefield on your opponent's side. Isn't that neat? So then you pass the turn, and then you wait until your next turn and try to win again. Minamo, School of Water's Edge, untapping a legendary permanent. I mean, it's useful. It's been useful. However, I found that it's not really like indispensable. I'm thinking about swapping this for something else. I initially thought about taking it out for my basic island, but I thought let's give it some more test to this to see if it's justifiable to keep it or not. Aven Mind Sensor, another of my stacks pieces here. It's got flash, it's got evasion, it stops my opponents from searching through their library. Obviously, just the top 4 cards, which is it can be crippling in most cases. But again, mostly the evasion and being able to flash this in, even if nobody's searching, I can flash this in before my turn if I have the Rev in play, and then go to attacks and then untap my One Ring 2 times. And so yeah, pretty interesting. Shifting Woodlands. If you play green, you have to play this card for sure. Yeah, in the Revi. Yeah, sorry, I missed that, Grizzly. Yeah, sometimes the Revi... but I've been tweaking and fixing that. I had been missing land drops on the Revi because I didn't have enough card draw, and I'm fixing that both with mulligans and also with just mana base fixing. Shifting Woodlands. If you play green, you have to play this card. The activated ability here. Minamo is uncuttable. I don't know. Honestly, I've had it in play, and I've used it just a few times. Not really. I don't know. Probably I'm using it wrong, or probably I'm not seeing like a panoramic view of what's going on. Maybe I could be using it more. I'll keep an eye on that for sure. I'll keep an eye on that and see if there are any other scenarios where I should be using it more. But so far, maybe I haven't been smart enough to use it properly. It does. Yeah, I know it does. But sometimes I'd rather keep up the blue mana, in case of meeting interaction, But maybe I don't know. Shifting Woodland, you pay 2 and a green, and then it becomes a copy of target permanent in your graveyard until end of turn. So I've used this I've had this become Mystic Remora, for example. I've used this to become a what was it? The Chromatic Orrery. This gave me the win. I made this into a Chromatic Orrery once I had infinite mana, and then I just drew my deck with Chromatic Orrery. I've used this to become a flying creature to block something. I mean, the versatility on this land is just impressive, and no question why this is as expensive as it is. Mystic Remora, card draw engine, Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Again, it's similar to Shifting Woodland in the sense of being able to use what you have in your graveyard. The main difference is that Agatha's Soul Cauldron allows you to use the creatures on your battlefield to use activated abilities of the creatures on your graveyard. So I've used this to have a creature become a walking ballista, for example, and then win the game, just like that. So yeah, pretty cool addition here. Rhystic Study, no introduction needed. You love the Cauldron, probably your favorite non-creature card in the last 5 years. It's pretty amazing. I wasn't really too much into it, and I was like, well, why exile that from my graveyard that I could probably bring back with just a reanimate spell? However, I missed the fact that it doesn't matter. I think it doesn't. On them, have all... I don't know... Do you know, will it care if you, for example, blink or somebody bounces Agatha's Soul Cauldron to your hand and then you cast it again? Would the creatures that you had put a +1/+1 counter on them still see the same creatures that it exiled before it being bounced? I think it doesn't work like that. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a good thing to review because that's going to come up at some point. Emergent Sun for more instant speed. Angel's Grace, or Gracia de Ángel in Spanish. I've seen a lot more people using it ever since probably last quarter of last year. And yeah, it's just a spell not to lose a game. If you are about to lose and then you have this in hand, you can just play it. Yeah, I think this is gonna see a lot more play this year, and it will probably become a staple in CDH because just being able to stop anybody from winning or stopping you from losing, I think it's pretty valuable in CDH. Mindbreak Trap, Fierce Guardianship, Trouble in Pairs. Oh my gosh, the amount of cards that I've drawn with this card. Again, double pip. So yeah, maybe too many double pips here. But like you said, I mean, at some point, if you build or time the use of your resources right, then you don't have to worry about mana. Retraction Helix, it's one of those pieces that you can use. The creature this goes off with is, let me show you. Was it Ballyfloor color? Yes, absolutely. So, in case you don't know, these two cards, a total of 3 CMC cost, is one way of winning, while generating probably infinite mana on your turn. So, Valley Flood Color will untap whenever you cast a non-creature spell. And it's going to get a +1/+1 counter, which might be relevant in some cases. But basically, you're going to cast Retraction Helix once Valley Flood Color is on the battlefield. Retraction Helix reads, until end of turn, target creature gains tap this creature. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So, you will target your Valley Flood Color. Whoops. Valley Flood Color will now be able to tap. So by the time you, let me double check. Oh, yeah. So you have this, you cast this, you tap the Valley Flood Color, you tap it to return your Mox Opal, for example, to your hand. And then you recast Mox Opal. As soon as you recast it, Valley Flood Color will untap. And then because of Retraction Helix, you can tap it again to return the Mox Opal to your hand, floating 1 mana. And so on and so forth. So this is one of the many ways in this deck to generate infinite mana. And also infinite amount of ETBs, which also synergizes with a Blind Obedience, where you can extort as you cast the thing. So yeah, one other way to help you win the game. Fairy Mastermind, or in Spanish, Férico Mente Maestra, with Flash, another evasion card with Flash that just helps you untap things. And also Draw Engine, and also activated ability, which allows you to draw cards, and if somebody's about to win and you activate it, then about to win with a Thassa's Oracle, for example, and you make them draw, then they lose. Consign to Memory, 1 CMC with Replicate, which I think it's great. Counter target triggered ability or colorless spell. So again, another way to stop Hashaton and all the creatures that I have mentioned before. Boseiju, the One Ring, evidently. Born Upon a Wind, more instant speed shenanigans. Land. Tail Sand, I love this one. Counter target triggered ability or activated ability or legendary spell. So this can also help you stop commanders from being cast. So pretty versatile. Again, Gilded Drake, just stealing stuff is always fun for you. Worldly Tutor, Ancient Tomb, Walking Ballista, win condition in this deck. Thran Quarry is one of those nice creature-based land cards that gives you any color that you want, as long as you have a creature in play. Enduring Curiosity, the card's exile would go away, but as soon as the card comes back down, it gives the same creature with counters the ability of whatever new card you exile. Okay, got it. Okay, good to understand that better. Enduring Curiosity, card draw with Flash. It's a good buddy, 4/3. I'm still not 100% sold on this one. I haven't been able to play it while I have creatures to attack with, but not bad to have. This card needs, as much help as it can get in terms of card draw, so I'm keeping it there for a while. Grand Abolisher, definitely something you need to play if you're playing white in CDH. Noble Hierarch. This basically helps for example, if I have Noble Hierarch and it went away, Burst of Paradise. If I'm attacking with Burst of Paradise, which has flying, which is evasion, I can connect with this because it gives +1/+1 to the bird, so the bird is no longer useless if I have the Raven play. Good old counterspell. Polluted Delta. Mockingbird, again, copying the good stuff on the other side. Eladamri's Skull, Tutor to my hand. Not bad. Chromatic Ori. Winning condition. If I have something that generates 4 mana or more, that's great, because if I have Emil and the Rebbe and this, then we're golden. You tap it for 5, use 3 of those to activate Emil, blink the Rebbe, and then the Rebbe ETB untaps this Chromatic Orrery, so you float 5 again. Netting 2 mana every time, and eventually, once you get infinite colors mana, then you can start tapping it for card draw. I mean, mana and card draw on the same artifact is just neat. It's 7 CMC, that's fine. With the Revi, you will always have 7 CMC. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Even Interrupter, again, Disruption with Flash and Evasion, not bad to have in the Revi. Bloom Tender will help you untap if you have a meal in play. Burning Pool, Legolas Quick Reflexes. This one, it's neat. I found out, well, Greenson Zenith, another search engine. Legolas and the other combo that I showed you earlier. Here it is, Valley Flood Color and the Retraction Helix. So if you have Retraction Helix, the Valley Flood Color, and then you happen to have this Legolas Quick Reflexes in hand, what will happen is that every time that you tap this, you can ping something, a creature, for 1. So this could also help you as a board wipe as you generate infinite mana with the Retraction Helix and the Valley Flood Color. So yeah, and I mean, if worst case scenario, you can use it to give one of your mana dorks the ability to ping something, and then you tap it for mana, and then you ping a Magda or one of the dwarves and so on. So again, protection with split second, very versatile, and it lets you ping things if you have the synergy going. Pretty good. So this is the deck right now. So, and these are the cards I'd like to add. Maybe Script Ranger not as much, but Verity Circle and Bow of Nylea are things that I probably want to consider. Verity Circle mainly because, again, creature-based decks are happening quite more often than they used to. Even with the threat of Orcish Bowmaster, people are playing their mana dorks and tapping them for mana. Especially Keenan, for example. Keenan in play and this, you would draw a whole lot of cards. This reads, whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes tapped, if it isn't being declared as an attacker, you may draw a card. Which, I mean, Keenan does that a lot with Mana Dorks. And I'm trying to think what other deck uses Mana Dorks a lot. I think Tyam is using Mana Dorks. For example, any deck on green may have at least 1 or 2 mana dorks that you can make use of with Verity Circle. Again, because of the Revi lacking card draw on the command zone, I'm trying to focus a lot on card draw in other cards. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to get. And Bow of Nylea, it's definitely something to give evasion to my creatures. Not that I need it quite a lot, but it's just nice to be able to attack with just my 1/1 Esper Sentinel, for example, and people not blocking because it has Dead Touch. And then I get to untap something with the Revi. So, yeah, I've been thinking about this for a while, and I think I want to test it. On the other hand, you can pay 2 and tap it and put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, or deal 2 damage to target creature with flying, or gain 3 life, or put up to 4 target cards from your graveyard on the bottom of my library in any order. Recursion here is really, really nice because if I lost a couple of my combo pieces, I can always go get them back into my library with this one. I mean, may never happen, but it's nice to know that you have the recursion option there. So, yeah, one of the pieces that I've been thinking about not playing is Enduring Curiosity. Because other than being here and help me draw cards when I connect, it's not really that useful. There have been moments where I don't really have viable attacks. So I'm guessing it's one of the options that I would consider removing for Verity Circle, which is also a card draw. TNT. Which one is that? TNT. Which one is it? I don't know. From my artifacts, I don't think I can really get rid of any of them. Maybe Grim Monolith. However, being able to untap it with the Rebi, it just feels nice. So yeah, I don't think in terms of artifacts, I want to get rid of any of them at the moment. Sorceries. I don't have that many. They're all search for creatures, which I kind of need. So even Finale of Devastation is a search engine. So Team Thrasius plays Dorks. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, Team Thrasius, definitely. You got it. Yes. Here on my instance, look at this pile of instance here. That's quite a bit, right? So here, there may be a little bit too much of countering triggered abilities. Let me show you. I have 1, 2, 3. Oh, just 3. Okay. I thought I had more. Maybe I looked into more and then I just decided to add these ones because they're cheap and they're versatile. They have options. What else? I mean, oh God, it's just, to me, every single card is a good card. So I'm not really sure what I would consider. I don't know, Noxious Revival, maybe? Into the Floodmo. I don't know. Into the Floodmo. Honestly, it's helped me quite a bit. I mean, there hasn't been a moment where I cannot use it. Retraction Helix. Oh, the only drawback from this one, I think, is an opponent's creature. So, I mean, I cannot save my own creatures, which is okay. Counter spell, I don't know. Okay, so I don't know what. I like Tidebinder for counter abilities because it keeps them from using the ability while it's on the battlefield. Oh yeah, I wanted to look into that's Tishana's Tidebinder, right? Let me look into that real quick. Let's see. I don't think I have a Tishana's Tidebinder, but let's reread it. Tishana's Tidebinder reads, it's flash, nice. It's a creature. 3/2 Merfolk Wizard. When Tishana's Tidebinder enters the battlefield, counter up to one target activated or triggered ability. If an ability of an artifact, creature, or planeswalker is countered this way, that permanent loses all abilities for as long as Tishana's Tidebinder remains. But I love it. I love it, and I don't have it. Yep, I'm definitely getting that for this deck. Thank you. Thank you, Grizzly. Yeah, I've heard so much about it. I don't know why I had the impression that that the cost was a little bit too high for me to consider, but no. This is 3 mana for a flash that does all this. Dang it. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll definitely consider that. And with, again, the question of what would I take out of for it? Maybe one of these instants. Maybe. Maybe the Consign to Memory. Consign to Memory is nice. Because you can replicate it. However, how many situations have there been where there are more than one triggered ability on the stack? Oh, well, if you with this, I'm thinking about Orcish Bowmaster, because if you have enough to replicate to stop an Orcish Bowmaster ability to target your creatures or to kill your creatures, that might be worth it, but I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. You are right. Okay, let's see on the creature side. So, flash, stack space again. Stack space is nice to have. Ristic study triggers. Oh, that's true. That is really true. Aven Mind Sensor. It's one I would be willing to part with. It's nice to have. It's annoying, but I'm normally on the mindset of stopping. I don't want to focus too much on stopping people from doing what they want to do. So, yeah, maybe Aven Mind Sensor could be. Hullbreaker. I just want to give it a try. Let's see what else. CSA helps me find things. I've been on the fence with this. Valley Flood color untaps birds. Hell yeah, it does. Birds, frogs, otters, and rats. What? I think I've been missing so many untaps with Valley Flood color. I can untap my Derevi, right? Yep. The Derevi would be a target to untap with Valley Flood color, for sure. Aven Interrupter, the Aven Mind Sensor, the Mockingbird. Oh. Damn, I really need... Oh, you can untap the birds. Wait. Fuck. I think a lot of people are missing on the fact that this untaps more than itself. Right? I'm willing to bet a lot of people are missing on this untap option. So, yeah. I mean, Valley for Connor is not going anywhere. Captain CSA. So your Mind Sensor can be a mana dork with the green Enduring card. Definitely, that's true. The Enduring Vitality. Yes, that is so true. I had it in this deck for a moment. Probably good option to consider putting it back. Captain CSA. This is one of the cards that I thought about removing. It's just a little bit too telegraphed, in my opinion. Because I play it, I cannot use it right away. I have to wait till my next turn. Oh. You froze for a minute. Sorry about that. Let me check. No, it doesn't seem to be having network issues on my end. But if it happens again, let me know, please. Oh, shoot. I have like 20 minutes to finish this. So, Captain CSA, it's really good. I just think it's a little bit too slow for what we want to do in this deck. It's a whole turn cycle to be able to use it. And, I mean, I feel like people will try to be ready for whenever I'm ready to use this. So, I don't know. It's one of the tutors that I'm not very convinced about. You don't have the green Enduring card yet, but I have used... Oh, Cryptolite, right. Yes, definitely. I have... Oh, I think I have both. Yep. The good thing about the Enduring Vitality is, or Vitality, however you say it, is that it's both a creature, an enchantment, and it's searchable with Enlightened Tutor, which is really nice. That way I don't have to waste one of my creature tutors to find it. I bring my friend that I take care of to a pool in a hotel, so maybe it's just bad. Oh, I see. I mean, you just gave me major envy because you hanging out by the pool at the hotel is just nice. I wish I could be there. Anyway, what else? Interrupter. again, it's just you make so good points. I mean, if I have the other vitality thing, I would be able to use this as mana dorks, and if I cast something, I just untap my birds. Kill the Drake. Oh my gosh, I'm so in the fence. Okay, so I'm thinking. Okay, let's just focus on Verity Circle because it's a card draw and that's what I need the most. So, this Enduring Curiosity would give me card draw in itself. So I want a little bit of redundancy, so I'm gonna leave it. Even Mind Sensor, I can untap it with the Flood Color, and then it can be a mana dork as well. Because when it dies, it comes back as exactly, yeah. I mean, it doesn't go away; it just stays there, and it's really nice to have. You're counting his laps. That's fine. Still, I mean, I don't know. I mean, CMC wise, I think even Mind Sensor brings me a lot more value if I get to draw cards with Enduring Vitality. And I'm able to use it as a mana dork as well, and I can untap it with Valley Flood Color. I think it gives me more value than Captain Cisse, right? Yeah, I think I want to focus on card draw rather than search. I think I have enough search engines going on. And again, if I'm able to draw more cards than I use, then I will eventually find either the other tutors or the cards that I need to win. So I'm gonna give it a try. Let's leave without Captain Cisse for a little bit. And it untaps because it's good with Valley Flood Color. Oh yeah, the Mockingbird. Flood Valley. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, okay, Captain Cisse, I'm sorry. I need to let you go for a couple of games. You'll probably be back. I don't know. But let's just see how this works. Also, have you seen how much this has gone up in price, the Verity Circle? I just had it like in my bulk. So I thought, well, I might as well try to use it. Okay. Well, this wasn't much of a upgrade or change to my deck, but I think it's going to be worth trying it. Let me see. Do you have a way to put Cisse into play at flash speed? Not really, unless it's with the only one that I could use right now in the list is the Emergent Zone. But I don't think it's worth sacking Emergent Zone for the sake of one creature. I think Emergent Zone is for a win attempt. No, honestly, nothing here. Valley Flood Color only works for non-creature spells. I used to run the blue Leyland of Anticipation, and that would have been worth keeping Cisse for. But I don't have it anymore, so no. Nothing really, honestly. Nothing really. That's another reason I took out the Burden Pod. It was just too slow for me. I mean, it had to be a 1 CMC, then a 2 CMC, and so on and so forth. So it just felt slow for me. Script Ranger, just because I want to say it, I'm not gonna move anything else right now. But Script Ranger, I wanted to have it because it's got protection from blue, so it helps me stop attacks from Tivet, from Crown. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Those are the big ones that I'm always scared of, especially Tivet, because if on combat damage, then you get the treasures and the clues. So and then you can return a forest and untap target creature. So I mean, might be something to consider later. I mean, is good synergy with many other things, but I don't have all of those things here at the moment. So anyway, just wanted to say that. Okay, friends. Grizzly Prime Shifter, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. It's always nice to bounce ideas and hear from other people's thoughts about things. And honestly, I just feel honored that you're spending your time watching me. It's I don't know. It's just nice. So I really appreciate that. It's really, really. I'm super thankful for you all. Atraxa. Oh, Atraxa, of course. Atraxa is blue. So yeah, I could stop Atraxa with that. And Atraxa is a big chunky bird, or whatever. Fire action thingy. Praetor. It's a praetor. Okay, I gotta go, friends. Thank you so much again for your time. I think I have a game going on tonight, but if I don't, I will be live, and I will be just sorting all these cards that I opened with the mystery booster box. I have quite a few good cards here, and I'm excited to see how much value we got out of this, and maybe set up a nice YouTube video for us to look through. In any case, I really appreciate your time, your help, your thoughts, and I'll see you soon, next time. All right, take care, have a good one, and keep counting those laps, please. Don't miss any if you're watching Twitch. See you all, bye-bye.